Okay, hey everyone. Good morning. It is Monday, August 10th, and this is Beth at the Magic Studio. And I am going to pick a few cards for our artistic life, our creative life, like living as an artist and what that takes on a day-to-day basis. And so what I've been reading for the past little while is this 4 card reading, and I'm gonna still do that because it's really helping me. I hope it's helping you. And we are right in eclipse season. The eclipse is in 2 days on Wednesday, and it's a time it's not a time to do any kind of magic or anything like that. It's a time to just let go and be. Maybe go to the beach, maybe that night go out and watch the Perseids somewhere like in an open sky, dark sky area. It's just a time to be and not overtax yourself and overtax your brain. And with this eclipse, it's a full solar eclipse in Leo, and the nodes of the moon are in Aquarius and Leo, and the south node is in Leo. And so, what we are grappling with in our lives, and it depends on what planets are in Leo for you and where Leo is positioned on your chart, what house it's in. But basically, it's the paradox between self and society, and that joyful, happy, generous, lovely self that just lives from the overflow, and then how that can turn into selfishness and greed and egomania and all these like shadow parts. Like, how do we deal with that? And also, like, that's the south node. So that's what we're kind of really grappling with right now, is this idea of who we are, like how we shine our light and how we do it for the greater good, for the greater community, and not just for ourselves. So it doesn't become this like inward self-obsessed kind of thing. Like it's letting out and being free without harming oneself or other people. And in fact, ideally it would be letting oneself be free and out there and expansive for the greater good, for the betterment of humanity. So this is like somewhere your stuff is gonna come up around that, whether it's like an inflated ego or just being like insecure and self-silencing and or closing your heart down when you get hurt. That was always a big thing for me. Like, just not, like, just my heart would just like get crushed and shut down instead of, and I still work at keeping it open. So it's these kinds of things. It's around the heart, and it's around how you are in the world. Like, are you just performing, or are you really being yourself and open and free? Like, a lot of us got taught how to perform a public appearance, but not really be there and not really fully be present. And you can really tell when someone is fully present. And oh my gosh, I'm thinking of that Abdul Sayed. I'm not pronouncing his name right, I'm sure, but the fellow who just won the Michigan leadership role for the Democratic Party. I think I said that right. I'm a Canadian. But, I've listened to him a couple of times, and to me, he's just perfectly exemplifying this beautiful Leo presence, like all the light that is Leo, like just humor and smiles and love. I saw a picture of him and his wife and they look so happy. And there's family, like it's like beauty and family and humor and helping public service, like being of service to the public, and really like just using that strength of leadership to move into the world as a spokesperson and as a leader of democratic socialism. Like, I mean, to me, he's just like the perfect light of this. And then in perfect opposition, the shadow is DJT himself, who has, oh, I forgot to look at his chart, but he has some big Leo stuff going on, like his midhaven or his ascendant or something. Anyways, got a lot of Leo, but it's all the shadow. And so that how he's just like sucking every, all the joy out of the planet, or he's trying to. It's like the Grinch who stole Christmas. And then, here's Abdul on the other side as like, Cindy Lou Who, just being, sweet and funny and hopeful. And so yeah, this perfect, to me, this is really like the perfectly displaying what's happening right now to all of us in some way. So anyway, that's a huge intro. My intros are getting longer than my readings, so, which is fine. I mean, I don't really need to do readings. I could just talk for 5 minutes. But there's something, I don't know, there's something about the cards that, there's this I don't know, it's it takes me out of it, and so it's not just me yapping up here. There's actually, the cards are saying something, so I'm having more of a conversation. So anyway, let's look at the cards. So let's look at our, like, that in us, that kind of that kind of contradiction and paradox and dichotomy in ourselves. And so the first card, oops, I've got water on the table. The first card, ooh, I really do. Okay, don't want to put my cards on water. The first card is the desire. So what is our desire this week around being artists? I hate turning my back to you guys, so I'm kind of not set up. Okay, we have the Two of Cups, which is really interesting. What is the tension or the resistance to meeting that desire? So let's look at that. Wow, the Lovers. Holy moly. What's going on with everybody? And now we have the work necessary to create a swift change in events. So the work necessary to create a miracle. Okay, and we have the just a second. Okay. No, it's not the page. It is I lifted 2 cards by accident. It's the Ten of Swords. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then what's the divine timing? The Hand of the Goddess. So, whoa, Tower. Wow. Well, it is Tower time for sure. Okay, so what we're looking at here, the desire and the tension. So the desire is the Two of Cups. The tension is the Lovers. So there is some kind of, love thing going on, relationship thing, like whatever it is for people. This is, and Leo, like Leo is about love. Like that's Leo in a nutshell. Leo time is the heart. Leo is the heart, the leader who leads with the heart. That's what courage is. That's what the symbol of the lion is. So we are in that time of year where we're thinking about our connection. And then in the broader sense, there is this, okay, this is what I'm seeing, because they're both, I mean, they're the same card. And It's just that this one is the archetypal energy of the situation, and this one is the day to day of the situation. So you are in some kind of relationship. You're thinking about relationships. Whatever it is. I don't know. Maybe you're thinking about the new heated rivalry casting and wondering what it's, how it's all going to play out. I don't know. Or maybe you're wondering about a partner, or you're wondering about finding a partner, or you're wondering around maybe a business partner or something like that. But it's some kind of intimate experience that you are desiring, basically, some kind of shared intimate experience, okay? And I know a few people in my life that are thinking about this, so maybe a lot of you are. And then we have the resistance or the tension that you have to meet, and that is the lovers. So, how would I see this? Like, I think that we can all learn, all of us can learn better practices, better relationship practices, better relating practices. And if I'll give you a good recommendation is Mark Manson. I just think there's so many people out there giving relationship advice, and most of it's crap. Like, Mel Robbins doing her let them, making millions off her let them theory. Well, it doesn't work. Um, but someone like Mark Manson, who is a real thinker, like a real investigator, and he said he started his life as a relationship coach, kind of started his online business, and then he's just moved into like bigger and bigger topics of philosophy and human development and stuff like that. So I really love his talks, and you can find him on YouTube or podcast stuff, whatever. But that's just an example of getting to the bottom of your own shit around this, and also your own, like, this is kind of an Adam and Eve and an angel kind of thing, and we all have, most of us anyway, have hang-ups around this, around original sin and all this, Christian crap that's been laid over our human experience for millennia, and that has nothing to do with Jesus, right? It's just, the church law of control and stuff like that. So we all have a bunch of stuff around that. And so this card is saying, maybe it's time to investigate some of that stuff, or get some relationship advice, or just relating advice. So there's some thoughts anyway, but your job is to look at the resistance that you have around, being a good lover, or being a good friend, or being a good business partner. So that's the kind of stuff that's coming up. And so what's the action needed? Well, the 10 of Swords. So I love the 10 of Swords because it makes me feel relaxed. Like, it does. It feels like relief. It feels like, I just got the best acupuncture treatment of my life. And like, come on, like, they kind of did. And so it reminds me of that Saturday Night Live skit with the acupuncture. Go look it up if you haven't seen it. So anyway, it is about some kind of just let go of all the mental chatter, let go of some big hangups you have, let go of this resistance, let go of, all the, stupid mind stuff that your mind is engaged in. I mean, our mind just pulls up all the fantasy and all the disaster scenarios and all this and all that. And it's like starting even a meditation practice or a breath practice, and just practicing letting go. And these times, like new moons in particular, right before the new moon, so in the next couple of days, are in until the new moon happens, are ideal for letting go. And then always a good reminder, this guy has his hands in a blessing. How does he? Oh, the blessing. And so think about the blessing that you will receive. Like you are being blessed in this process of letting go. And then the gift of the divine timing is the Tower. So the Tower is a Mars card, and Mars is going into Cancer and tomorrow actually, but Mars is out of bounds, so it's a weird time for Mars doesn't like Cancer, and it doesn't really like being out of bounds. It's kind of it's an odd time for Mars. It's an odd time. You might be feeling sluggish, you might be feeling like just out of sorts. So it's a Tower time, and this is the divine timing part, so there's going to be a lot of change. There could be, I mean, astrologers have been talking about this for a while, but there could be like a big kind of disaster change. And we just have to hold the space. Like it's out of our control, but holding the space for beauty to prevail, beauty in front of me, beauty behind, beauty to the left, beauty to the right, beauty above, and beauty below. I mean, this is the world we want to live in, where it's 360 degrees of beauty. And so how can that tower serve the greater beauty of the earth? And so whatever kind of big cataclysmic event is sort of rumbling, may it serve the greater beauty of this planet. And so, this isn't really much of an art reading, I suppose, but art fits into it all. And if it's in our art practice, maybe we're relating, like these cards are in relation to clients and collectors and buyers too. So we can always look at it in that perspective. And so on that note, I will stop talking, and have a great week, everyone. Be well over these eclipses, and I will be back on Friday. All right, bye.